Okay, back at example 3. So we need to write some correspondence statements and some congruence statements. So let's start with the angles. We have angle X, that's 105, and that's congruent to angle N. And then we have angle Y, that's 55 degrees, which is congruent to angle M. And then we have angle Z, that's 20, which is congruent to angle P. And then for the difficult part, which I think you guys have this on your paper because I wrote them, but this is congruent to this, 2 dashes here, 2 dashes here, and then here. So making sure order matters, I'm going to start with the short side here. So we have side X, Y is congruent to X is the 105, and so is N. So N, M. And then going down with the 2, so 105, that's X, Z is congruent to N, P. Order matters here. Seriously, order matters. And then the last one, we have Y, Z. Y, Z is congruent to Y is 55, and so is M. So M, P. Okay, so now that we have all of our corresponding sides, we can say that triangle X, Y, Z is congruent. Let's just go in this order to triangle N, M, P. Okay, now we're going to take it up a notch. In example 4, we're going to be looking at trapezoids, so a different kind of polygon. So again, we're still going to talk about the angles and the sides. So looking here, we've got trapezoid A, B, C, D. So I'm going to start with angle A is 60 degrees, and corresponding there would be angle T. So congruent to angle T, which is 90 degrees. And then angle B is congruent to angle S. So then we have angle C is congruent, which is 120, to angle R. And then we have angle D is congruent to angle Q. Now I'm starting with the sides. We have the side that's one little dash there. So that's A, B is congruent to, now again, the side with one dash. We know A is congruent to T, so T, S. Okay, then looking at the side with 2, we've got C, B is congruent to, and the angle that's congruent to C is R, so R, S. Okay, and then kind of going around here, 3, we've got C, D is congruent to, C corresponds with R, so R, Q. And then the last one, we've got D, A is congruent or corresponds to, A is 60, so I gotta start with T, Q. Oh, I did it the wrong order. Hopefully you caught me, because I started with D on this one. So D is the 120 here, so Q, T. So we can say that trapezoid or polygon A, B, C, D is congruent trapezoid. Okay. T, S, R, Q. All right, example 5. This time we're not actually going to write all those congruency statements. Okay, so it says in the figure, quadrilateral VWXY is congruent. So it's telling us that they're congruent. We don't have to write that congruency statement. We don't have to know, we don't have to prove that it's congruent. Okay, so it's congruent, so we know that all corresponding sides and angles are congruent. We don't need to prove that. Okay, so telling us that that they're congruent, that the sides are going to be congruent. We're looking for A. So here's A, and that is this side, that's WX. So WX is congruent here. I'm seeing X is 70 degrees, and so is L. So that would be this here, KL. So WX is congruent to the side KL. So we can set up an equation. A plus A equals 24. And then we just solve like normal. So subtract 8, subtract 8, A equals 16. Right there. A equals 16. Great. Example 6, we're going to have the same kind of thing. We're looking at a quadrilateral, so it's a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. Okay, it's telling us that it's congruent, so we don't need to prove that. Okay, and we need to find C. So looking here, C is representing this angle, so C plus 10. So we can say angle T is congruent to angle K. So setting that equivalent, C plus 10 degrees equals 30 degrees. So we have to subtract from both sides, solve like normal. C equals 20. Okay, so you are now moving on to practice 7-6, practice B. Okay, click on the link to check your answers. I will not lie to you, practice B is a little tough, so good luck.